What's up, guys? It's Brooklyn Shooter back with another video. Today I'm gonna be doing what's it called? Part 2 to What If Naruto was a Senju. That's the baseline, but there's also Jiraiya adopting. What if Jiraiya adopted him? What if he learned Flying Raijin? What if Naruto was half Uzumaki? Well, the Yin version of Kurama and so on and so forth. Anyway, right now I'm kind of mad right now, but I'm trying to get this done. Naruto gets home to Jiraiya, and he's like, Jiraiya, I defeated Kakashi in the fight. Jiraiya being Jiraiya is in the middle of his research at the time. So he basically tells Naruto, cool, go to sleep. I'm trying to work at this point. And Naruto's like, no, you don't have to, pervy sage. He says nothing. Then he says, yeah, whatever, go to bed. Then Naruto goes to bed because he's actually kind of listens to him. Wakes up, Naruto decides, okay, he's gonna do the same thing that Jiraiya's been doing, this meditation, and then picks up on this weird energy that he's been feeling. He starts feeling this weird energy. Jiraiya comes in and explains that it's natural energy, and you can enter sage mode if you keep going and you keep gathering it up. Naruto keeps gathering it up, trying to see what this sage mode is, and then he gets it, and he feels faster, stronger, and senses a lot better. So he senses Kakashi all the way outside of the village. Then he's like, oh god, this is awesome, and keeps practicing with it. Then eventually he's now able to get into it within a minute. Since he's able to get into sage mode within a minute, he's basically like, oh god, I am so OP. He thinks he's thinking it because, he's mastered basic techniques of wood style. So then 1 month goes by doing D-rank missions. It's time for the Tazuna, where the arc of the Wave Village, whatever. So then Naruto walks out in sage mode, sees Puddle, and decides he's gonna chuck a Rasengan at it. He literally makes a Rasengan and chucks it at the puddle. Everyone's surprised, but then Kakashi's like, you're thinking. No puddle is actually supposed to be there at this time when it hasn't rained in months. Then the two demon brothers come out, both injured. Then he decides to use his ninjutsu, crackle style lightning drill. No one knows what this crackle style is, but he chucks the drill at both of them, at one in each hand. Then he uses wood style entanglement to tie them up. Then Naruto decides to wait until they get onto a boat going to the other way. Then Naruto says, okay, Bridge Village, time for you to confess. This isn't a normal C rank. This is at least an A or B or an A or B rank type mission. Being as though these guys are targeting you. They're enemy ninja targeting you. Why aren't you telling the truth? I can tell your heart rate is rising. So just tell the truth. Then Tazuna explains Gato and stuff, and says, well, if you leave the mission when we get to a shore, then my grandson would sound, Granddad, I want my granddad. And basically the leaf would be sued for abandoning the mission. So then Naruto says he has no choice to keep protecting you. Sasuke says, good job, Naruto, you figured it out. Kakashi says, wow, I did first the puddle and now this. Then he says, when we get ashore, if you walk 5 miles, there's someone there waiting for us. He's a Jonin rank ninja. I can sense his chakra from here. Then he's like, wow. Everyone's like, wow, you can sense that from that far. So Naruto's in the front with shadow with using wood, and then he uses wood clones once he reaches the shore because he can use his wood style until then. He makes 5 wood clones, and they disperse, protecting Zabuza, so not Zabuza, the bridge builder, so that they can, keep him safe while they fight. So then, Naruto decides to act before he sees him. So Naruto jumps up into the trees and weaves hand seals, and then says lightning shock jutsu. Then the lightning comes from above, and then lightning goes from and conducts his hand to where he was pointing, hitting Zabuza, making him paralyzed, falling out of the tree. The mist starts to get thicker and says, Kakashi, this is me and you are gonna fight. And then Kakashi steps up, telling everyone else to stay out. Actually, and then Naruto says, no, not everyone else stay out. Sasuke, you can help too. And you too, Sakura. I have my wood clones protecting him. And they all have sage mode, so they can see if he comes by. So then everyone helps out. So he says we're gonna lead him into the water so that this guy has water style. So Sakura, you're gonna be able to counter him, and so you will be able to you too, Sasuke. We're all gonna be able to counter his jutsu. So Naruto starts weaving hand cells and decides to cast water style shark bomb jutsu. Sharks come from behind Zabuza and explode in water bullets, and then they turn back. And then those water bullets turn into the shark bombs turn it. Okay, what's going on here? So the shark bombs. What is going on here? It's like
you got too much shit in there and it's fucking leaning. You about to tear this bag up too.
Well, I have no choice but to have a lot of stuff in here. This is all stuff that comes
You don't
from
need
here.
all that stuff in there. Ain't no way.
Yes, we need all these books.
Y'all have folders. What books, Jay?
We have books for like IR books, or books that we read in class and everything. So anyway,
You need to learn how to organize your bag. That's what you need to do.
so what was I? Yeah, the shark bomb spreads into the water bullet jutsu, shooting water bullets at him. Everyone's surprised at this combination of jutsu. Then he says Sakura now. Sakura makes the water prison jutsu, forcing Zabuza into a bit of a pickle. These kids are overpowering him, and then he's getting mad. So since these kids are overpowering him, he decides he needs to get rid of the one with the blonde hair. Naruto suspects this, tells Kakashi to lift up his Sharingan. Kakashi does it. And now he expects everything that Zabuza's gonna throw. Naruto with Sage mode decides he's gonna cast the Genjutsu. The frog song Genjutsu. Sorry, I'm kinda out of breath at this point in time. Is this the train?
There's only one train that stops here, and that's the first.
So now Sakura has been weaved the hand seals for the water prison jutsu. With this water prison jutsu, traps Zabuza's clones in it.
You don't have nobody to come through and clean this shit. Like, as long as this train's sitting here.
And since she just cast the water prison jutsu, Zabuza's getting tight. because now he's been back in the corner. Then Naruto's like, you know what? I'm gonna finish you off here and now. Leaves the hand seals, and then a giant person with the dragon on his shoulder shows up under Naruto and says, "Wood style, human dragon jutsu." The human attacks Zabuza, and then Zabuza makes the dragon water dragon jutsu, and then Naruto decides he's gonna use the dragon that's on the woman's shoulder. So then he's like, "Dragon, disperse." The wood dragon comes off the shoulder and starts attacking the water dragon, while Naruto starts weaving hand seals. It says, "Sasuke, now." Sasuke shoots the fireball, and Naruto shoots the wind style gale palm, enhancing the fireball's trajectory and speed, also enhancing the power and devastating blows. While this is happening, everyone's in shock of their teamwork, and Naruto gets the praise, but then Haku shows up. Naruto, sensing this, puts Haku in a genjutsu, thinking that she got away, but actually Haku's near death at this moment because Naruto's actually chucked the Rasengan at his stomach. So, and then he decides to use crackling style lightning drill jutsu, and then pulls it through, literally shoves it through Haku's heart. Haku, thinking he's about to die, tries to cast senjutsu, realizes he's in a cage, and the cage is extracting all of his chakra, so he only has enough chakra to use the ice spikes jutsu. So then he makes the water show up, and ice spikes jutsu appear. Then the ice tries to go at him, but then Haku's out of chakra and loses control over him. This is when Naruto's full power comes in, and surprising turn of events, Sasuke gets hit with the ice spikes. Naruto gets mad, and his eyes start spinning and spinning and spinning. And then out of nowhere, this purple, his eyes turn purple, and with this weird circling thing. Y'all know what it is, but that's a surprise that I'll leave for next video. Naruto doesn't know why, but out of nowhere, he feels this sudden strength of power. And then he starts punching Haku and punching him, and then out of nowhere puts his hand out, not knowing why, but his body's just moving, and uses the soul path, and pulls out Haku's soul. Haku's dead now. Naruto, the eyes go away, and everyone's like shocked at what Naruto just did. Naruto, extremely exhausted, passes out, and so does Kakashi. Kakashi's been putting Zabuza in a whole bunch of genjutsus, copying some of his jutsus, like the water clone and all of that and stuff, and the hidden mist jutsu. So now he's pretty exhausted and passed out too. Both of them passed out. Sakura takes them to Tazuna's home with Sasuke too. They rest, and then they wake up. Naruto feeling different, and when Naruto wakes up, he's like, and then he takes out a scroll that Jiraiya put in his bag, and starts reading it, and then realizes, I think I unlocked that thing that Jiraiya was telling me that I had, that I just never unlocked yet. So Naruto's eyes are back to normal, but now he knows that he has his Rinnegan. And yes, that's where I'm going to leave it off. Well, not today, but that's all I'm going to say. Naruto has Rinnegan. And yes, it had to be a dire event for you to unlock Rinnegan. To take Pain, for example. Pain unlocked Rinnegan through seeing his parents die. So Naruto thought Sasuke was dead. Sasuke was his closest friend, so pretty much dead. Thought he was dead. Sasuke wakes up with the eye, and then he's like, "You're awake." And then Naruto says how he unlocked his Rinnegan and his dojutsu, so now everyone's like shocked and stuff. Kakashi, knowing that he had it, was like, I knew you would have to do it. So Naruto decides he's gonna have to learn how to control it. So then Kakashi gives Naruto another scroll explaining all the jutsus and stuff and powers that Naruto has. So now he knows how to activate it too. Just put chakra to his eyes, and then his Rinnegan will show. So Naruto, testing it out, tells Sasuke to shoot a fireball jutsu at him using the Preta path. I think that's what it is, absorbing the ninjutsu. And then he's like, okay, that's the ninjutsu path. I tested out the soul path. How about the human path? Puts his hand out, exceeds chakra, and pulls a tree towards him. Then he makes that same tree that's being pulled towards him and shoots his chakra back out. And then his almighty push is used. So there, he just used universe's pull, and now he's just testing everything out. Runs out of chakra before he can get to I think what is the last path? So then he decides to take a food pill, and then summons the King of Hell. And since he was sparring with Sasuke, tells Sasuke to jump into it. Sasuke is like, no, I'm not jumping into what you call the King of Hell. And he's like, it's gonna heal you. So then Sasuke is like, okay, but if I die, it's your fault. So Sasuke jumps in, comes out, and out of nowhere, he's healed and his chakra's back to normal. But his Sharingan has awakened through the desire and stuff. Huh? I don't know. So then they go back to the bridge. Within a week, the bridge is finished, but almost finished. They only needed another 2 hours, and then out of nowhere, these thugs and Gato shows up. Naruto gets mad and decides he's gonna activate Rinnegan and take them all out. Then he does, using a jutsu that will take up most of his chakra, but then he realizes it'll destroy the bridge, so then he decides to deactivate the jutsu. And actually decides, Kurama, can you help me out? Kurama says yes, and the KCM cloak covers him. Sorry, I'm on the train, so it's kind of loud. So the KCM cloak covers him, and he makes a massive crackle-style drill and just shoves it through like 15 thugs out of the 50. And then he chucks a massive Rasengan at the other 50, and basically takes out the rest of them, leaving Gato left. And then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna kill you in a different way. So then he runs at Gato. Gato gets scared and puts his hand on Gato's chest and says, I guess this is the time to test out the soul path. And pulls out Gato's soul and destroys it. So now everyone's dead. Naruto deactivates his Rinnegan and says, okay, guess this is time. So, I guess it's time for us to go. Then basically, the thing is called the Great Naruto Bridge. Naruto's like, but why my name? Why not Kakashi, Sasuke's, or Sakura? They said, you're the one that influenced us the most. So, they leave. Gets back, and they actually meet up and talk about the tuning exams and stuff. They both decide to sign up, but then they meet Gaara, Kankuro, and Tamari. Kunohamaru still is, pulled up by his shirt by bumping into Kankuro. And Naruto says, put the kid down. Then, Then, then Kankuro says, "Oh, what you gonna do about it?" And then he activates his KCM cloak and his Rinnegan and his Sage mode and says, "You want to fight? I'll beat you in 1 second," sending a whole bunch of bloodlust. And Kankuro says his bloodlust is worse than Gaara's in this stage. Once Gaara goes into QB, that's when it matches. This guy is not joking. Then he raises his hand up and says, "Universal pull," pulling Kankuro towards him and punching him, knocking Kankuro out. Gaara says, "I'm sorry for this misunderstanding." Uses his sand to pick up. And Gaara says, "I'm looking forward to fight you." Not many people can body Kankuro. Tamari says, "Well, look, local body stuff, doing the normal." Then, the next day, the tuning exams. This is where I'm going to let the video off. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah, I was expecting this, but yeah. Naruto does have Rinnegan. That's another one. Oh, by the way, so they go home, Jiraiya and then he walks through the door. This is where I'm gonna let the video down because things are getting loud and stuff. And yeah, this is part 2 to what if Naruto was a senju / what if Naruto had the Rinnegan / what if Jiraiya adopted Naruto / what if Naruto was a prodigy / what if Kurama he got the young version of Kurama.
Alright,
Bye.
after that, pause that.